Since the invention of the circus, professional showmen have demonstrated that big cats performing kitty tricks is a surefire moneymaker. But the reality behind the spectacle is sometimes not so pretty. But fortunately, there are people with hearts as big as a savanna willing to take them on when the show ends. And here's David Wright with the story of 25 performing lions and one very happy ending.
They're circus lions from Bolivia.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Who are just beginning a new life here in the U.S.
Are they looking at us as possible lunch?
No, they're just very excited. This is very unusual for them to have all these people here today, and it's an exciting day.
Well, it's unusual for us, too.
Until they came here 6 weeks ago, this entire family of lions shared an 8x12 circus trailer, their only home when they weren't out performing in the ring.
I mean, literally at night had to pile on top of each other because there wasn't enough square footage for them to sleep on the floor.
A group called Animal Defenders International exposed their plight, pressured the Bolivian government to ban circus animals, and airlifted 25 lions in a cargo plane here to the western edge of the prairie, just outside Denver, where the lions will live out their days.
Africa, this is not.
No, this is typical Colorado.
Pat Craig is the Lions' new landlord. He runs the 320-acre Wild Animal Sanctuary, a private, non-profit humane society for carnivores.
We have 70 tigers. We have 86 bears. Well, 13 of those are grizzly bears and 73 are black bears.
There are bears and wolves. There are pumas, mountain lions, leopards, tigers.
This one's a 900-pound Siberian tiger.
My goodness.
Hey, Jack. Lily, Lily, Lily.
Pat Craig not only seems to know every one of them by name, he practically speaks their language.
Hey, Raja. Hey, sweetheart.
What is the sound they make?
That's called chuffing, and tigers are the only cat that does it. It's like a litmus test greeting. They chuff, saying good morning or hello, and if you don't chuff back or vice versa, then they're like, well, what's the matter? Yeah.
Everywhere he goes, about a dozen delighted dogs are always close at hand.
Do you ever feel like Dr. Doolittle?
Yeah, it kind of gets there's a standing joke around here. If you want to know a pat, just look for the pack of dogs.
Feeding 270 large carnivores is no easy feat. The sanctuary goes through 95 of these huge barrels every week. Raw lunch meat or seafood, plus fruits and berries for the bears. The lions and tigers get a special zoo diet of frozen meat.
It's a giant meat sickle for them, and they'll just go chomp, 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 right through it.
17,000 pounds of meat every week. Most of it heaved over the fences from the meat wagon. It's a carnivore's paradise for animals no longer forced to sing for their supper.
Every animal that comes here has already been through hell and back, and they don't need anything else. So for us, we're going to protect their lifestyle.
Greg has been doing this for 30 years, ever since he first learned that zoos and circuses have surplus animals they would otherwise put to death. At age 19, he got his family farm accredited by the USDA as a proper zoo.
I sent a letter to every zoo in the country and just said, I know you have a lot of surplus, but if you're euthanizing animals, maybe I can help. And I got over 300 responses in the first month.
Nowadays, the zoos, circuses, and law enforcement agencies come to him as one of the only people in North America able to accommodate animals this size. Those Bolivian lions now have a 20-acre habitat, but getting them to enter it yesterday was a bit like herding cats. Remember, they're used to the confines of a cage, so when they opened the gates,
come on!
The lions needed lots of encouragement.
Most people would imagine you can just open the door and they want to run free. That's the last thing in their mind, is to just go run free instantly.
Because that big open space is intimidating.
Oh, absolutely.
Craig's son Casey actually went into the lion's den himself, trying first a giant piece of string, and then a ball, and then rustling a plastic bag. All the while, Pat Craig was roaring and coaxing from the sidelines. Finally, he started throwing hunks of meat.
Okay.
Little by little,
Yeah, come on, ladies.
the lions found their courage.
Look at it. These are their first steps out in
This is the
the...
first steps.
Good girl.
Running free for the very first time.
That's so wonderful. The best part of this is why we all do what we do. The lions are running with each other. They're chasing each other. This is the stuff that makes your heart sing.
They probably knew they didn't belong in the circus, but for a lion in winter, Colorado must seem like a pretty good home.
This is heaven for them. Heaven, animal heaven.
I'm David Wright for Nightline at the Wild Animal Sanctuary in Keensburg, Colorado.